That's Shirley. Now, Shirley, all right, Shirley, stop there. She's showing off now. We were going to call Shirley Donald Trump because of her luxurious hair, but we stuck with Shirley. Now, Shirley is a sugar bot. Now, robots are all over the place in food manufacturing, and the coding of them and things like that are really crucial to loads and loads of the food world. But unlike Shirley, most of them don't have a very special operation, because Shirley, we've had her programmed especially by our friends at VEX and Rapid to have a Malteser firing mechanism. Oh, no! So the real point, I mean, the brilliant thing about this, so this is a VEX robot, and they've got a big competition over at the far end of the hall. You can go and play there. What's great is that you don't need to own this stuff to be good at robotics, because you can download a program, make your own virtual robot, and test it out. So you can play with these things whether you have one or not. Anyway, we're going to use Shirley for some sugar spinning. So back to the sugar. This is the hard cracked sugar. It's hit 154 degrees. It's become a type of glass, this amorphous crystalline structure. And now we're going to use it to do some sugar spinning. Now, first of all, I'm just going to put a little bit of sugar. I'll just wiggle this around. I'm going to put a little bit of sugar onto the end of a whisk where we've chopped the ends off. Hugh, can you just pull that plastic thing out of the way for me? There we go. And when it comes off here, it sort of drips off, and you can turn it into little strands like that. Absolutely beautiful, and they harden very, very quickly once they're in the air, and they solidify, so that it's still pulling off. It's called, if you're a chef like Hugh, you call it angel hair sugar. But if you've ever had candy floss, anyone had candy floss before? Exactly, no. That is exactly the same stuff. Here you go, you have a little bit of that. So that is candy floss, and when you have candy floss, it's exactly the same thing. They drop little bits of sugar onto a spinning mechanism, and it flies off, making these tiny little strands. But the other thing you can do with this is a little bit more chefy, this other version, yeah. I would say. So you can get the sugar and put it onto Shirley's sugar spinning arm, like so. Whoops. Tickle it around like that. And then make a spiral out of it. And this is a really, I mean, you get this in, I suppose, a fancy restaurant might do this to spruce up a dull-looking bit of cake, and you get a nice spiral. We'll turn it off there. That's not bad, is it? It's pretty good. So we'll leave that to chill down a little way, and then it'll solidify again. And this is when I say it's a piece of glass, it becomes a type of glass. You can see that here, because you can then pull it off the end, hopefully. This is a knife steel. So you can, if you're very, very careful, you can do things like this at home. And then you get a beautiful spiral that will stay together like that. Okay? Yeah. That's your present. You've got rubbish at the Maltesers, but you'll be able to get that in your mouth. Okay, so have a little try of that. Is that good? Yeah, it's really just sugar. So a Fox's Glacier Mint, for instance, those clear sweets are exactly that. I've got Shirley back out. Now, the trouble with snogging Shirley is that she's got an infrared camera for a mouth, which makes it quite difficult. So, but it's very handy for showing you exothermic reactions. So I'm just going to put some of these sodium acetate crystals on my hand, and then you should be able to see the crystals forming around my fingers. And as I do that, it becomes really warm. It'll slowly get through, because Shirley's really filming the outside of this beaker rather than the inside, so it takes a little bit of time. You should see it starting to get warm. There we go. Starting to rise up. I can feel it. It's probably about, I don't know, about 27 degrees around my hand.
This daisy could just like fly in the air, so I'm gonna do that.
Okay. So 2 hands in the air this time, okay? Okay.
Are we ready?
You ready?
Charge up the